in this room, you know the state of Louisiana, man, we got, you know, people losing jobs and things going on. But you understood, man, when that shoulder injury happened, how did it connect to, you know, the same emotions? Because you're going back to, man, everything changed. You know, it changed in New Orleans in an instant. It changed in your life in an instant. Walk us through some of that, those feelings that you had even through those moments.
So that previous picture, my arm was stuck like that. Like it was, I dislocated it out the bottom, so my arm was literally stuck like that. Like I couldn't move it until they popped it out and put it back in. It was like Lethal Weapon with Mel Gibson. You know, so that was, at the time, that was my 5th year with the San Diego Chargers. So I was drafted there in 01, so that was my 5th year there, 2005. And I thought that I was going to be a Charger forever. You know, when I was drafted there, that's where my mindset was. You know, I didn't know anything else, but I felt like that was my destiny. That was what I was meant to do. And to all of a sudden have something taken away from you in an instant, it's devastating. It's devastating. You know, within the framework of my job, my career, I remember walking off the field with my arm stuck just like that, and I was thinking to myself, this is the last time I'm ever going to put on a Charger uniform. I knew that because Philip Rivers had just been drafted 2 years earlier, and I knew they were trying to figure out, just have an excuse to get me out of there. But I also, the thought into my mind, it might be the last time I ever put on a football uniform again. I might not ever play this game again. So to feel like your dream, everything that you've worked for so long is just being ripped away from you, man, that was hard. It was devastating.
Yeah, and in the midst of that, when I've read your book, man, I did a little research, is people see a player get injured and they forget all the behind the scenes things, like the rehab and the hard work where it was relentless in this idea of going, I'm going to come back, I'm not going to quit. Whether they sign me, whether they agree or not, I am going to be better. I'm going to figure that out. And one of the quotes in your book that, man, to me is just powerful. It says, adversity is the path to opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, most people sit down here, we don't want adversity, man. We don't want no struggle. We don't want no difficulty. But now they're, thank God, and we all thank God you came to New Orleans, but we're sitting here going, it would not have been possible had it not been for adversity.
Yeah.
Because more than likely something would have been different. They probably would have signed you. Probably maybe would have kept you. Who knows what it would have looked like.
I'd sum it up like this. You know, when I was a kid, I loved sports, and I always aspired to be a professional athlete. It was funny because I aspired to be a professional baseball player, not a professional football player. But it's all right, I'll take it. In my mind, that path would have been much smoother to get to that point. But I had to go through an ACL injury in high school that prevented me from getting recruited by any of the Texas schools. So I have to go to Purdue University up in West Lafayette, Indiana, which when they came and recruited me, I had to ask the recruiter, where is Purdue? And is it Ivy League? Now that speaks a lot to the academic reputation, but not the football reputation, right? So I go to a place where I don't even know where it is, what conference they're in, to getting drafted by the Chargers, going there, getting benched 3 times during that process, having what could have been a career-ending shoulder injury, but then that leads me to the New Orleans Saints, and here we are going on 12 years later, and what a magical ride it's been. I guess my point is that God's point A to point B is not what we have envisioned for our point A to point B. Ours, we would love to have just that nice, smooth, straight line, easy sailing, but God is going to take us along this path in order to mold us, strengthen us into who He meant for us to be, that will allow us to accomplish the things in life that maybe we never thought possible.
Amen, bro. Man, that's what's so cool. You know, and when I hear you say that, yeah, give it up, man. That's what's cool.
Amen.
I have to do this because we ask people to tweet in questions. You know, people are like, hey, man, I was like, hey, man, send them in and I'll try to ask them. So one of the ones that probably blew up the Twitter, blew up our email, was this one right here. And it is this picture of, again, so Mr. Breeze, when are you running for governor? You know, they want to know. Well, y'all want him for governor?
Can we win some more football games first?
Yeah. All right, so then, okay, they know. All right, he's got it. There's a question. There's a chance, okay? Because God's path, you never know. But also in this path, there are people who don't believe in you. There are people that some